Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about cryptocurrency in general. I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys so you can see how things happen in real life right here on my screen. And I will do my best to troubleshoot your problems. A couple people have already thrown out a few issues already. So I will do these sort of things on the fly, and you might get some entertainment watching me do some epic fails. So let's get this party started. All right, so welcome everybody. I'm here with the rig in my little lair here. I've got my National Cherry Festival shirt on from Traverse City, Michigan, where we went over the 4th of July weekend. It was quite a blast. I heard Biden was there too. I didn't see him, but he did stop for ice cream. I missed him. But we went to that ice cream store the next day after that, and it was a really good ice cream store just west of Traverse City, right on a dairy farm. So the people that were running the dairy farm were like, dude, let's sell ice cream. So you can buy like really fresh ice cream and they have milk and stuff. So it was a really cool place. So cool, even the president wanted to go have some ice cream there. So that's about as close as I got. But anyway, it's been a great week for Bitcoin. Let's see, we'll jump in over here. This is not what I want. What happened? I think I'll just turn this off. I don't know, as I had the window open. So, like I said, there's a couple of people here that have already thrown in some questions. So I'm going to deal with them. Michael is, he thinks he lost some Bitcoin. He's not sure. So we're going to just go through what Ledger Live is and how it works. And talk a little bit how you can recover the Bitcoin that you may have thought you lost. So we'll go through some scenarios. I don't think you have a really bad situation, Michael. It shouldn't be a difficult one. And then Nominus, I'll talk a little bit about Polkadot, if you guys remind me. As far as I know at this point, Ledger is saying that the problem with Polkadot is temporary and will be fixed. I can show you a little workaround. So, no, but before we go through all that, let's jump into, first of all, the description down below, where there's a bunch of affiliate links for companies that I believe in and have affiliate agreements with, so that if you click my link, they'll pay me a little commission. It's pretty standard. They're not going to charge you a penny more if you use my link, but it will benefit me, help support me in the channel. So I appreciate it. We've got Crypto.com. I will work a little with Crypto.com tonight, a great phone-based cryptocurrency exchange where you can buy, sell, trade, stake crypto. You've got that MCO Visa card where you can spend your crypto in the real world. Been around a while. A lot of new companies are coming out with cards like that. Crypto.com has been doing it for a long time. Works really well. We got the Ledger Nano X, which is another great hardware wallet, and the Trezor Model T, which I just dropped a video on like 2 minutes before I started this live stream. It was a close call, but it's up. I can check. You can check that out. The clothing line for hodlers. I was gonna put in the hodler clothing tonight, but I didn't get a chance to. But there's a link here. It's pretty cool stuff if you're a hodler. And then the Ledger Starter Pack. BlockFi, earn some interest on your Bitcoin by depositing it on BlockFi. COINTRACKER for doing your cryptocurrency taxes. I've been using them for a few years now. It's saved me a lot of heartache trying to figure all my capital gains and losses for all my crypto trades. So COINTRACKER is a great company. NordVPN for VPNs, Coinbase, Kraken, BINANCE, Brave browser, my email address if you need it, some links to some cool stuff about Bitcoin, and the news stories that I'm going to link to tonight. So without much further ado, let's jump into the market. Bitcoin is doing well, and as a matter of fact, if I look at it right now, it's hit 42.1 on crypto.com, which is based in Hong Kong. This says 41.7, but like I can see, the Hong Kong price is 42.1. So Bitcoin's kind of at an all-time high for the last over the last a 2-month high. Pardon me. Yeah, it's not all time, right? But it's been doing well. So 2-month high after late day surge. That was yesterday, Friday. They may have a newer story. This was this afternoon, but they're just talking about what's going on with Bitcoin, doing pretty well. I have a few thoughts of my own on this phenomenon, which I would like to talk about a little tonight. Let me pop out chat real quick and get that over on the other side so I can see what you guys are doing over here. Let's see. We'll pop out chat. And whoops, grab this guy and put it over here so I can keep an eye on you guys. You never know. Make sure you're behaving. Yeah, I lost Michael when I did that, but I remember what his question was, so we'll talk about that. Am I dizzy? Can you hear me? Good. La, 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 la. Trezor, hello. Can you do a show? Moving vet to uphold, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so welcome everybody. Scott, thank you for being here again. Barbara, always nice to have you. Barbara was with me when I was deplatformed from YouTube for about a month by accident. They admitted that it was a mistake. Their bots just, randomly, took my channel down. It was pretty distressing, but I'm back. So Barbara hung out there with me over on Theta TV, which was a little experimental, a little difficult, but we got through it, and we're back on YouTube. Glad to be here, grateful to be here. Okay, so let's jump into the news real quick. We'll get through the news. We had the high of Bitcoin for the 2 months. It's looking good. And then so big news. The Senate was working on this new infrastructure deal, and they I don't understand why they do this, really. I mean, a normal person would have to do it, right? Okay, let's, we got the bills to pay. There's some things we want. We got some goals. We got groceries. Where are we going to get it? Where are we going to get it, right? How are we going to pay for it, right? Why does Congress even do that? Because they do that when they do these bills. They're like, okay, we're going to spend, $1 trillion here, $1 trillion there. Where are we going to get the money? They're like, dude, just print it, right? Just tell the Fed to print it. That's all you've been doing the last couple of years. But they do. They like go into the nitty gritty and they go, where are we going to get the money? And they were like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to like tighten up our crypto laws so we can gain more tax income from crypto people, right? And so they figured, oh, well, that's worth 28 billion. Boom, pow. All right. So good or bad, right? I think it's good, right? Because now the United States Congress, the Senate of the United States of America, has now put funding for their latest infrastructure bill dependent on crypto, right? So that's $28 billion. So they're not going to try to ban Bitcoin because, well, how are they going to get that $28 billion in additional taxes if they turn around and ban Bitcoin, right? So they've ensconced Bitcoin into the laws of the United States, right? We should all be like clapping. Yay! Oh, don't you just love Congress, right? All right, so here, that's what they did, right? You can check out this news story down below. It's pretty cool. So Bitcoin's not going anywhere, right? Right? Banks love it. The Senate loves it, right? Pretty soon the president will be singing its praises. Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Okay. So now let's move over to this little story. It's a kind of an old story. It's from July 15th. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because I want to talk a little bit about Bitcoin mining and what happened in April and May, right? The big crash from the Bitcoin high, if that's what you want to call it, pullback, break, right? Of course, the financial media talked about it as if it was the end of Bitcoin, right? So here we go. We got a story about green BTC miner Bitfarms. Production up 50% after China ban as Compass goes nuclear. Bitfarms is producing more BTC at lower costs due to the drop in difficulty. So if you're not aware how Bitcoin is made, this is a pretty good little picture here of a Bitcoin mining rig. There's multiple GPUs. This is a GPU rig. Although the real Bitcoin miners are ASICs, right? They're like specialized boxes that only crank Bitcoin or run Bitcoin algorithms, what they call hashing algorithms, which is how you process transactions and search for the next block, right? So that's how Bitcoin is created and how the Bitcoin network is maintained by these mining rigs, right? All over the world. So the big thing that happened in April and May was that China cracked down on Bitcoin and went to all these Bitcoin miners and said, "You're done, you're finished, shut them down, get out of here," right? And everyone was like, "Oh, that's it, that's the end of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's dead. Price crash." Everyone was writing the epithet, right? So, but what happened, right? Well, temporarily, the miners had to shut down, so the Bitcoin difficulty rate, the hashing rate, went down, right? So the difficulty, the drop in mining difficulty, was a boon for this particular company and others, right? So the miners temporarily that had shut, either they went out of business and sold their Bitcoin, which made the price drop because more people are selling, or they decided to pick up their stakes and move somewhere else and they needed capital, so they sold Bitcoin, right? Most of the time, miners kind of hoard their Bitcoin, waiting for a good price, whatever. But in this case, it was kind of an emergency. So we had all this cascading effect that caused the price of Bitcoin to go down. Now we see, oh, there's people in other parts of the world that are now making money, right? And then this story that I linked to down below, if you have a Bitcoin miner, turn it on. Right? It's talking about the drop in the difficulty level of Bitcoin is a boon for anyone that wants to mine Bitcoin now, right? So the Bitcoin design, the Bitcoin network was designed with this in mind, right? The Bitcoin network started with a very low difficulty rate because there weren't that many miners. So the more miners, the more hashing power, the difficulty rate goes up to compensate. So when there's a lot of people mining and Bitcoin is doing well and the price is up and everything, the hash rate goes higher, right? And the difficulty rate goes higher and higher and higher. And then if a bunch of people, if for whatever reason the market crashes like 2017 and 18, or China comes and clamps down and and people start turning off their miners because it's not profitable, right? The difficulty goes down, and then Bitcoin magically adjusts, and it's more profitable for people to mine Bitcoin, right? That's the way it's built into the design of how Bitcoin works. So, right? We all thought Bitcoin was dead. No. This is how Bitcoin works, right? It adjusts to these factors, these macro factors of the mining going on all around the world. It's like a giant computer. So, good news for Bitcoin, right? I think people are finally realizing this. They're like, oh, wait a minute. I thought Bitcoin was dead, right? I heard that in a grocery store. I had a Bitcoin shirt on, like in 2018. And the checker looked at me and goes, Bitcoin, is that even a thing anymore? I was like, yes, it is still a thing. So it's like you read the headlines from 2 months ago, you're like, oh, Bitcoin. Those sorry saps that spent all their money on Bitcoin are crying now, aren't they? Well, not so much. A lot of those sorry saps like us just held it like they should have, or bought more. And then one more story here about MicroStrategy. Michael Saylor has said that borrowing money to buy Bitcoin is like investing early in Facebook, right? So, and interestingly enough, he's like, oh, I'm borrowing it at 1%. Yeah, rich people get to borrow at really low rates. Companies, right? Big companies and rich people, like they get a really low. Me, my credit card, it's like 35%, right? because I'm like a dude. I'm a normal dude. So, you know, I go out and buy like a new refrigerator on my credit card. They're charging me like 30%. So it's not really economical for me to borrow money and personally, I don't borrow money to buy Bitcoin, right? I only buy Bitcoin with money that I have, right? That, you know, that's in my bank account, and only money that I can afford to use. I don't go out and borrow money to buy Bitcoin. I don't buy Bitcoin on margin or anything like that. That's completely, I don't like that. You know, that's up to you if you want to do that, but I'm not giving you any kind of financial advice here. I'm just explaining to you how I buy Bitcoin, right? I don't borrow money to buy Bitcoin, but he is. And maybe if I could borrow money at 1% and not have to worry that much about paying it back for 10 years, I would definitely do that, right? But I'm not a rich, powerful guy in a big company. But he's talking about, oh, if I could have borrowed, you know, $1 billion at 1% and bought Amazon, then I'd be doing pretty well right now. Yeah, if back then you knew that Amazon was going to be. A lot of people believed in Amazon way before it was profitable. So anyway, it's a very wealthy, powerful man putting his money where his mouth is and buying Bitcoin, and giving a pretty good explanation of why it's a good thing to do, right? So good story, right? So here we are. Okay, I got all the news taken care of. Nobody seems to be spamming. Scott is here. Buddy's here. Shaw256, thank you for clarifying that. Buddy is always there. It's Chinese finger cuffs. I like that. Okay, so I wanted to address Michael, who was here early, and he said that he thinks he lost some Bitcoin. You know, like I said, when I popped out the chat, sometime when I do that, the early questions sort of disappear. I don't know why. People that like post things early on. But from what I gathered, he had Bitcoin and he had stored it in Ledger Live, and then somehow we'll work with Ada again tonight. Somehow he thinks he lost it because Ledger Live crashed or something, and then he said something like, "I see that my Bitcoin is in the recycle bin." I'm like, so let's launch Ledger Live. I don't know that I have a lot of Bitcoin. Okay, yeah. In fact, I wanted to do this because Ledger Live has a new update available. Now, I downloaded an updated version 2.30. So I don't need to. I can do the inline update, right? It's blue bar here. If you're running an older version of Ledger Live, like 2.1 or 2.2 or something like that, you're going to need to actually go to the Ledger website and download this version. It won't inline update for you, but this one will. So let's do it. Let's do the inline update. Let's hit download now. It should download. Check my update. Ready to install. Let's hit install now. Let it reinstall Ledger Live. Here we go. And boy, that's a desolate background, isn't it? Let's go to the next one. Yeah, that's a little better. This is not a 4K desktop. I usually use 4K desktops. Those are called premium themes, but I'm kind of running out of those. Let's see. Let's try a premium one. Let's try that again. We can go to themes here. Let's see. Beauty of China Premium. That's a good one. Let's do that. Yeah. Oh dear, I haven't adjusted my yeah. Let's scale up a little bit so you guys can see my screen a little better. There we go. Little housekeeping out of the way. All right, so let's go ahead and run Ledger Live. Now, when you run these inline updates, it doesn't do anything to the preferences, existing wallets. Did I do that right? I knew it. Okay, let's see what I did. All right, there's some new stuff. You're in like Rainbow. Oh, now you can. They're allowing us to view NFTs. Discover section. Oh, on rainbow.me. I'll have to check on that. That's pretty cool. Xeron now lives Discover section. Update banner. Support URI scheme on Linux. We don't have to worry about that. So here we go. All right. Now, notice that there's a little blue dot on Manager, which is indicating to me that there are some updates that need to be done to the hardware, right? So let's take care of that. This is the kind of stuff you should always do. Make sure you're running the latest version of Ledger Live. So if you got the inline update or any kind of indicator that's telling you need to update Ledger Live, you should do it. And then if you see that blue dot, you need to connect your device. Let's get this over here. Let's see what we got here. Whoops. Oh, I did do this earlier. Let's put this back. So it's more the shape of a ledger. I was doing a Trezor video earlier. Come on now. What are we doing here? Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to enter the PIN. Can't see me holding it up, but I am. All right, so we'll enter the PIN. All right, and now that we have the device connected, right, let's go down to where this blue dot is showing up on Manager. We'll hit that. Let's see if it's going to ask us. Yeah, it's going to ask us to allow Ledger Manager, so we hit both buttons there. Alrighty. And, okay, so my firmware is up to date. Oh, you can't see it. Oops. Firmware is up to date. And so what is not up to date are updates for the individual apps. So you can pull this down a little bit, see? There's just a few apps that and these are only apps that you have installed. So there might be other apps that have updates that are not installed on my device. It's only going to show you apps that are installed on your device that need to be updated. So let's click Update All on those. Let me turn this camera back on so you can see what's happening on the device. So what you'll see on the device is like a processing. Boop-a-doo-boop-boo, right? There it goes. It's processing. And those will update. Right? Now, while this is happening, it might take a minute. I would like to show you that when Ledger Live is running and everything's copacetic, let's see, C drive. You can look in your users folder, under your name, and then you'll need to have hidden files and folders revealed. Here, let's turn this off for a sec. So that's under View, Options, and then the View tab here, and then Show Hidden Files, Folders, and Drives, right? This is the default. You'll need this on so that you can see the app data folder, which is, you can see it's kind of dim. In the app data folder, there's another folder called Roaming, and that's where Ledger Live lives. You can find it. Yeah, right here. So in here is all of the information that the computer stores about your accounts and your wallets, right? Now, the private keys are on the device, so you don't have to worry about the private keys. They're safe and secure on your device. But sometimes one of those files in that folder might get corrupted or whatever, right? Or just something in general happens to your computer crashes or whatever, right? Or you uninstall Ledger, or you know, whatever. But the crypto is not stored in Ledger Live. It's not stored in those preferences either. Those preferences that I just showed you are the account information, so that when I go to accounts, the proper accounts show up, right? But the crypto is not in Ledger Live. The crypto is on the respective blockchains, right? That's how crypto works. It's on a blockchain, right? So the only thing that these accounts are doing are sort of monitoring these blockchain addresses that these wallets are associated with. And it can give me the current balance and the transaction history. That's it, right? All that stuff is out there on the blockchain. So if Ledger Live crashes, then all you have to do is reinstall Ledger Live. And you might have to do a clean install, right? If your computer whacks out. So one of the ways to do a clean install is to just delete this folder, right? If you delete this folder, then all of your accounts will be gone, right? And then when you launch, okay, let's just do it. Yeah, let's throw caution to the wind. So we're just gonna, actually I can just move it. I'm just gonna move it out like that. And then, oh, it's not gonna let me do it. Let me close Ledger Live here. All right, so we'll move it out. And then we're gonna launch Ledger Live again. And looky here, it's like, dude, you know, it doesn't remember anything, right? It's like, get started? Where's my crypto? Oh my God, my crypto, it's gone. No, my crypto is not gone. Here is my, right? Here's my device. I've got it attached. So I've just connect again. First time using your Ledger Nano X? No, 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 no. It's not my first time. I already have everything in here. All my wallet, all my information is stored in here. Private keys can generate public keys, right? Already have a recovery phrase? Yes, I do. Let's just connect the Ledger Nano X. Let's check the genuine. And should be genuine. Boom, we're good. Continue. Hooray! Now what? Ah, here's the point where the average user will say to themselves, all my crypto's gone. No, it is not gone. Your crypto is safe and sound on your device. Right? So all you have to do is hit add account. Well, first of all, let's go over to theme. I like dusk. All right. Let's go to add account. Let's choose Bitcoin. Let's hit continue. Says open Bitcoin app. Let's open the Bitcoin app. Now it's going to scan my device for the wallets that are safe and sound on my device. Now, in my case, I have a lot of empty wallets because I'm constantly like recycling wallets. Once they get like used and abused, I kind of will like start fresh ones. So I have a lot of empty wallets with transaction histories, but they're showing up in this list because they do have transaction histories. Here's one that's got a very small balance, right? It's gonna, I don't know, there's probably like 15 of these. Here's one with a little balance. I guess that's it. I don't think I had much Bitcoin in here at the moment. I'll just let it finish scanning. Oh, here's one. Yeah, this 0.003. That's a fair amount of Bitcoin, right? So there you go. Right? Now they're not going to have, I'm going to deselect all these empty ones, right? I'm just going to tick these two right here. I don't know. This is a native Segwit and this is an old Segwit wallet, right? So I can rename them here too if I want, or can I? Yeah. Let's just call this one Bitcoin main. You don't have to name them what you named them before. They still have Bitcoin in them. Bitcoin really doesn't care what these account names are. I don't know. We'll just call this one Bitcoin affiliate. I designate this as my affiliate wallet when I get paid in Bitcoin. So it doesn't really matter what you name them, like I said. I'm just giving them names. All right, and there we go. So we've got 2 Bitcoin accounts now with Bitcoin in them, right? The Bitcoin was never gone. Just because they weren't showing up in Ledger Live doesn't mean that they weren't gone. Now we move on to Ethereum. Let's hit Add Account. Let's hit Ethereum. Let's hit Continue. Right? Now it's going to bomb me out of the Bitcoin app, and it's going to tell me, hey, you better open the Ethereum app. Right? So we'll hit both buttons. There we go. Now we got to open the Ethereum app. Oh, it's going to scan for existing Ethereum accounts. Now, this is what happens when Ledger Live gets messed up. All right, I'm not going to tick this one. I'm just going to tick this one. We'll just call this one just Ethereum. Get that. All right, now we've got some Ethereum, and all of the tokens are still there. Easy peasy. All right, let's move this out a little bit. And we just go on down the line, right? There was some Litecoin in there, remember? You may not, I do. There was Litecoin in there. So we choose Litecoin, and now we hit Account, right? Now it wants me to open the Litecoin app, so I'm going to hit both buttons to do that. And there it goes. Should find that Litecoin pretty easily. I don't have that many Litecoin accounts in here. I think it's just one. All right, yep, there's just one Litecoin account with 5 Litecoin in it. It's an old Segwit Litecoin account. I could add a new one if I wanted to, but I'm not today. In fact, no, let's go ahead and do it. Let's just call this one, well, it's native Segwit, I know it is. Let's just call this one new, so it just stands out a little bit. Let's hit Add Account. We'll hit Done. All right, and so there are other coins in there. We can deal with those later, but that's the process, right? So that's it. That's all you have to do. The Bitcoin was never gone. The crypto was never gone. It's stored safely and securely in your device. Now, this is what happens when Ledger Live messes up. Now, there's another scenario that when the device gets restored, you don't have to go back, and all these accounts will stay in Ledger Live, and you just reconnect to them. So a lot of people, when they do a restore, they get all weird and they don't know about all these accounts, and they think they gotta reset Ledger Live. No. But here's another scenario that I'm going to point out that could happen. A lot of people, when they relaunch Ledger Live and it's all empty and they freak out, they panic. And what do? They reset the device. They go, I don't know why, but somehow they do. They do a full restore or a full reset or whatever. They make matters worse by messing around with this thing, and they wipe the wallets. Invariably, what used to happen a lot was that they would reset the device, and then they would set it up as new. Well, I better set it back up again. And they would set it up as a new device, and then they would write down a brand new phrase, and then they reconnect to Ledger Live, and everything's still empty, and there's no wallets on the device because they panicked and reset the device. So what they need to do is go to their pantry or their file cabinet and dig out the original 24-word recovery phrase that they wrote down when they first set up the device, and use that to restore, and then you'll be able to add all your accounts back again. That's it. Okay. Just going to check what people are asking me. I don't know if Michael is here. I don't see any comments from him. Huh. Okay. But that's managing your Ledger Live and your crypto. Your hardware wallets will save your crypto. All right. Just believe in the Lord Jesus Christ is here. It's good to have you again. Info boot transactions are recorded on your exchange that you need through. I guess it's no biggie lest they are audited. Government ain't going to care about NAMO me. Yeah, I don't know. The government doesn't really care when I spend my cash, really. As long as like if I have one source of income and it gets paid, I get paid by where I work, right? And that's my only source of income. I pay taxes on that, right? That's taxed income. They withhold, and then when I file my taxes, I give them my W-2, and I pay taxes on that income, right? And so if I go to the ATM machine and withdraw, $500 and go buy a used bicycle, the government doesn't really care about that, right? That's basically an anonymous transaction, right? Because they don't know I bought a bike with that money. So it's really not that important to the government. So, a crypto transaction should be the same, in my view. I mean, it's like, okay, I have I make money from my job and I use it to buy some Bitcoin, right? And then I use that Bitcoin to buy some Litecoin or whatever. It shouldn't really matter to them that I'm doing that, right? But they think of that as different than cash, right? I think of it should be like cash, right? It should be, I bought the Bitcoin with money that I earned that I already get taxed on, right? I have a W-2, I pay my taxes, I'm a good citizen, and I go buy some Bitcoin. But then I spend that Bitcoin on something else, it shouldn't really matter. Just like if I withdraw money from my ATM and go buy a bicycle, that doesn't matter. I guess the point is they're worried that, I might, if I buy the Litecoin and then I make money on the Litecoin and it's like a stock or whatever, it's like whatever. Anyway, let's see. Here we go. Right. And, this whole thing about, they talk about, they're going to tax our crypto. I don't know if you've heard the expression, you can't get blood from a stone, right? Where are they going to get that money if it's not in my bank account, right? If they're like coming after me, what are they going to do? Well, they could threaten to put me in jail, I guess. It's typical government response, right? Almost missed my fave live show, JDO. It's good to have you here. How long have I been on? I've been on since 6 p.m. Believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. I wish I bought some. Great gains have been had. That's why I'm not snubbing Baby Shark tokens. Different answers for Hex for a trader versus Hex an investor. I believe that Hex is a scam. I'm just one of those guys, right? You're not going to convince me otherwise because I've already made up my mind. So a lot of people ask me about Hex. Oh, why have you done any videos on Hex? And it's scammy, right? It may not be a total scam, but it's like kind of a pyramid thing where, I don't know. I don't even want to go into it. Windows sounds crazy. Yeah, Windows sounds scary. Sorry about that. Maybe we'll have fiber one day. I'm a magician. Look, the crypto reappears. Yes, indeed. Okay. Expect government controls fiat while they can't control crypto. Except government controls fiat. Right. Government can change the value of my dollars that I withdraw from the ATM to buy the bicycle by their monetary policy. But, I mean, once I buy the bike, then their monetary policy isn't going to change the value of the bicycle. And they really don't care that I have the bicycle. Really. It depends, if like I'm getting cash from if I'm getting cash under the table and I'm buying Maseratis, they care, right? But like I said, a good citizen that earns his money, pays his taxes, submits his W-2s, and then uses, withdraws money from his ATM to buy a bicycle, there's nothing wrong with that. So I don't see why there should be anything wrong with spending my Bitcoin on a bicycle, right? Let's say I want to buy a new motherboard with my Bitcoin. Why is that, a big deal to them, right? Anyway. All right. So, okay. Let's, there's a question. There was an early question about Polkadot, right? So let's do the Polkadot thing. Let's hit add account. I know there's Polkadot on here, right? I know it. Where's this? This cable's being kind of funky. What have I done? I thought I had this thing straight. Okay. I don't know what happened. Okay. It's upside down. This is weird. Okay. All right, so I know there's Polkadot on here. Let's choose Polkadot. Let's do Polkadot. Let's hit continue. Let's see if it's working. All right, so it should say open Polkadot app, which it's doing. Let's do that. Whoops. Let's hit both buttons there. It says Polkadot ready. What's it going to do? Oh, it found it. Okay. Now it appears to be working now. All right, so I don't usually like to reveal large balances, but hey, whatever. Let's hit add account. Let's hit done. And it does appear to be working, right? To a certain extent. Now, I know that recently it was not. I haven't tried to send any DOT or anything here, but I'm not going to. But if you had a DOT account that's like not responding, maybe just delete the account. You know, we can go to edit account and delete it and hit confirm. All right. But if you're having trouble with Ledger Live, there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? You can go over to Cryptocurrencies. We can go over to Polkadot Substrata portal and connect to our ledger if we're in the Polkadot app. Okay. And now I've connected to my ledger, right? I think I can, whoops, damn it. Let's see, I think I can forget the account, right? If I want to. And then I can go back in and add it, right? But you have to make sure in settings that you have this thing. So you could have do not attach device. Oh, and you have to save it, right? And then when you go to accounts, there's no ledger option, right? Oh, my camera's in the way here, right? So so you have to go to settings and then make sure you've got attach ledger via web USD. Hit save there. Tells you it's experimental. Just kind of, it's not very doesn't give me that warm fuzzy feeling when they tell me that these coins are in their experimental thing. Anyway, now we can go back to accounts and choose add via ledger. Let's call it what we want. Anything. All right, and then we'll hit add account via ledger. Okay. Let's hit save. And it sees it, right? It sees the ledger, it sees the account. And then I know that I can send DOT from here if I want to, right? Now, I don't know, maybe the staking was a little messed up in Ledger Live. I don't know. I don't stake DOT in this interface or in Ledger Live. I found it to be a little hard, right? Because there's a possibility that you can stake with someone that who goes offline or whatever, and you could lose your stake. So you have to like spread your stake out across different validators, and it's just confusing, and sometimes it doesn't work right. So I don't stake my DOT. I put some DOT in Kraken, and you can stake that way, but it's in someone else's custody. So maybe not the best way. But it appears that Ledger Live is now functioning properly with DOT. It wasn't before. Right. Now, I would like to play around with the Trezor a little bit, if you guys don't mind, if there's no burning questions. Let me just check to make sure there's no burning questions. Let's get this out of the way. Let's see. I thought I saw a question that was down there. if you know my wallet address, you can track any spending I do. The question really is, how can someone find out your wallet address? Only people you transact with would have your address. That's true. Now, if you're withdrawing from an exchange to a wallet address, then that the government might be able to get that information from Coinbase or Binance US or Kraken or Gemini or any of these US exchanges, right? They could say, we want to know what Rex is doing. We suspect he's a weirdo. So give us all his information that you have, right? Now, most people are like, oh, they're going to find out how much Bitcoin I have on Coinbase. But they might want to know more than that, right? They might want to say, let me see his withdrawal history and see which wallets he's withdrawn to. And so then they can monitor the wallet and see all of the transactions, because the Bitcoin blockchain is transparent, right? So they can see what I'm doing with my wallets. Now, you could, once you have the wallet in Ledger Live, you could create a different wallet and then transfer your Bitcoin to a different wallet. So to sort of make the trail longer, I suppose. And then I have this thing about I like to store my Bitcoin, my major amounts of Bitcoin, in drop-only wallets. If I've used a wallet to send and receive, then the public key has been exposed to the blockchain. In order to send Bitcoin, I need to attach my public key to that transaction under the hood, right? So now, when you create a wallet and generate a receiving address, you have not revealed your public key yet. You've only revealed one receiving address, and it's difficult to hack the receiving address to get to the public key, and it's even more difficult to hack the public key to get to the private key, right? So I have this thing about drop-only wallets, which are pretty safe and secure. So, but that is true. Exposing a public address does expose the transaction history of that address. So you can send your Bitcoin to the same address over and over again. So then there'll be a bunch of transactions. But Ledger, whenever you generate a brand new receiving address, it will be unique, right? Every time you generate a brand new address, it'll be unique. Unless you haven't sent anything since the last time. It'll be the same address, right? Every time I generate a fresh address and send some Bitcoin in there, that Ledger will treat that as used and will generate a brand new, fresh receiving address each time. This increases privacy and security, right? But Ethereum is, it always uses the same address. So Ethereum is pretty easy to track, right? The address never changes. So you can create new wallets and delete old ones or whatever if you want to make it harder for them to track your public spending. But, I'm sure the government would just hire a tracking firm like Chainalysis or whatever, the blockchain analyzing firms. They can find all that. Hi, Rex. Can you go over the difference between Segwit and legacy BTC addresses? Is there any easy way to remember whether an exchange will accept either, both? Cheers. Did you say legacy? Yeah. The old legacy Bitcoin addresses in general start with a number 1. And I believe most exchanges still support that format. Most of them are now using not legacy, but Segwit. And the Segwit usually starts with a number 3. So when you make a deposit like in Coinbase, they're going to give you a Segwit address, right? So if, let's do, if I'm not logged out here. Okay. So, I guess I am. That was weird. It updated my, updated my balance, and then I really wasn't. Then it was like, wait a minute, you're not really logged in, are you? All right, so let's do that. All right, so if I want to deposit some Bitcoin in my receive, notice they're giving me a Segwit address, right? Starts with a 3. Now, Ledger is going to, this is a Segwit Bitcoin wallet. but this is a native Segwit Bitcoin wallet. So notice when I do receive on this guy, I'm just skipping the verification step. It starts with a 3. Now, if I do a receive on my native Segwit wallet, which is the latest, 3 formats, Legacy, Segwit, Native Segwit. Native Segwit is the more recent. If I do that and I do a receive, notice the Bitcoin address starts with BC1. Right? Now, if I want to withdraw from Coinbase, they will accept that address, right? They have no problem with that address. They're okay with it. I can do a withdrawal. I'll put in my 2-factor here. Hit confirm. And off it goes. So Coinbase supports native Segwit wallet withdrawals, right? But whenever they give you a deposit address, they're still kind of using the old Segwit wallet. But I can send my Bitcoin from native Segwit to this address. So if I've got a native Segwit wallet, like this guy, and I want to do a send to the older type address, the old Segwit address, it'll still work, right? I can still use the old address format. It's backwards compatible. So it'll even allow me to send to the addresses that start with a 1. So if I'm using this wallet, I can send to the older style wallets. The only problem that you might run into is if you're running a native Segwit wallet and you want to do a receive and you generate this BC1 address, some cryptocurrency exchanges don't support that. Like Binance, Bittrex, it took them a long time to support native Segwit wallets. They would tell you it was an invalid Bitcoin address, right? So that's why I have both, right? I've got an old, I've got a Segwit address and a native Segwit address in case I run into that situation. So it's no big deal, right? If you just have 2 wallets, then you can be ready for any eventuality. So it's not a big deal if your cryptocurrency exchange doesn't support the native Segwit address format. You just maintain a Segwit wallet in your Ledger Live for those cases, right? But I'm thinking more and more exchanges are going to be allowing these BC1 addresses. What is the difference between all 3 of these? They're just sort of upgrades to the protocol. In general, the native Segwit wallet is said to be, faster with lower fees. Right? I don't know all the particulars. I always choose newer the better. Right? The only problem I had when I adopted the native Segwit wallets early on was that there were a lot of times I was trying to withdraw my Bitcoin from an exchange to that wallet, and it said, that's bad address, invalid. And I was like, what do you mean invalid? It's a native Segwit address. So that's why I usually maintain just a native Segwit wallet, just in case. And you can move Bitcoin back and forth between these, right? Did I withdraw to it looks like I withdrew to this wallet, or did I? No, I withdrew from Coinbase to this wallet, right? That just happened today. But I can also move between these wallets, right? So I can say, I'll tell you what, why don't I receive here and go back over to this affiliate wallet. And when did I get that money? July 19th. Okay, whatever. Oh, I think it was last week or whatever. Let's say we'll send it. This Segwit wallet will send to a native Segwit address when it's in Ledger Live. Right? Let's go ahead and send it all. We'll do about medium. We'll hit continue. And then we're going to need to confirm on the device, right? So it should tell me to open the Bitcoin app. Right? And then it's going to ask me to review and confirm the transaction. That's the security of the device, right? Now it is not sending the private key across this cable, right? A lot of people think, oh, it's insecure because you've got it attached with a cable. The private key stays on the device. The private key only turns, right? It like signs a transaction, and then it sends the signed transaction back to the wallet to let it know, okay, I've approved the outgoing transaction, right? So the crypto is not stored in here. It's just the keys. These are like car keys to your, your keys. And then I had a lot of people ask me stuff like, oh, if I create a mirror backup, how do I move the crypto from, how does the crypto get into the mirror backup from the regular? And I was like, that's not what's going on. You've got two keys that can start the same car. The crypto is on the blockchain. Ledger Live can monitor the blockchain addresses. And if you have two ledgers that have been restored with the same recovery phrase, they're interchangeable. You can connect either one of them. You can keep one in a box, and one is your go-to wallet. If you damage it, lose it, or whatever, you just go pull the old one from the box, the other one from the box, and it works. All right, so that was gone. This wallet should empty out to 0, and then this other wallet should have all the crypto in there. Right, Bitcoin main has gone to the top because it's got I've consolidated all the Bitcoin into this newer wallet. So you can move Bitcoin back and forth between accounts. Let's play around with Trezor a little bit. Okay, someone that I've banned before is saying something very bizarre, but hey, whatever. No one can see you except me. I didn't know how much Hex is. Okay, someone's talking about Hex. You're gone. I don't like people talking about Hex. Keep saying error when trying to update the Ethereum app. Any advice using Ledger Nano X? So, in other words, when you go over here to Manager and you try to update the Ethereum app, like you're in the app catalog and it says the Ethereum app needs to be updated, then I'm not sure. Maybe you could just delete the Ethereum app. Let's delete it. What is it? Oh, I got to uninstall Ethereum and other. That's fine. Oh, Paraswap 2. Okay. I don't care. So try maybe deleting the Ethereum app. See what happens. And all those other attendant apps. You might want to make note of them so you don't forget about them. Right? You may have some stuff in some of those. Who knows? So that's one trick, right? We'll just delete it and try to reinstall it and see what happens. All right, now Ethereum says it needs to be installed. So let's try that. Sorry, having some trouble here. Let's go ahead and just reinstall Ethereum. And you might say, oh my God, if I delete the Ethereum app, won't that delete my Ethereum? And the answer to that is yes, it will. It will delete the private keys for your Ethereum wallets. Right? But when you reinstall the Ethereum app on this device, the master private key of the Ledger device will recreate the exact same Ethereum wallet again. Pretty cool, huh? That's called deterministic. The wallet is deterministic. All right, so it reinstalled, did it? Or was it apps installed? Where'd it go? Is Ethereum there? Oh, there it is. It's there. All right, so now we can go, there's our Ethereum. Now we could, deleting the Ethereum app did not delete this account. The account stayed there. But now that the Ethereum app has been reinstalled, I can send and receive again. Or I could always receive. As long as the account is still there, you can still receive. But in order to send out, you have to have the app installed on the device. It has to be the same app that was associated with this account, which it is. I know it is. Let's play around with Trezor a little bit. What's the best way to pass crypto to relatives when I kick the bucket? The best, it's complicated because it depends on the relative, right? Maybe it's that nephew that is always finds himself in trouble, right? You don't want to just give him the private key to your crypto, because you want to wait till you're dead before he has access to it, right? So I believe there are companies that can handle this, but in a nutshell, you could take the device, can just be in your drawer or whatever, right? But you could leave instructions with your estate attorney to have them sealed in like an envelope that cannot be opened until the reading of your will, and then the estate lawyer can give the documents to your loved one that you've designated in your will, and there would be like some instructions on how you use the ledger device. The password to your computer, the PIN to your device, and how to access the crypto. Or it could just be the recovery phrase. And you would just say, I'm leaving this, all of the crypto associated with this recovery phrase is my nephew's. And you give him the recovery phrase and instructions on how to restore to his own ledger device on his own computer, and tell him what cryptos are on there and give him the instructions. That's basically it. You do the same thing for whoever in your family you want to leave your crypto to. Basically, either the PIN to your device, or better to just leave the recovery phrase, with a lawyer. So the only drawback to that is hopefully the lawyer's not going to open up these documents, that legally they're not allowed to. But what if you get a lawyer that knows you've got, $500,000 worth of Bitcoin? I don't know. You got to trust somebody, right? You could also just leave the instructions with your family member if you want. If you trust them, like if it's your spouse or whatever, you can just say, look, here's my recovery. Here's where I keep my recovery phrase. Here's the PIN to my device. So if I kick the bucket, then, you know what to do, right? With me, it's pretty easy. I can, if they're like, they don't know what to do, I'm like, watch my videos, right? I've got a whole library of videos on how to deal with crypto. And I also, in my videos, they get a pretty good idea of what crypto I have and where I bought it and how much it is, to a certain extent. But they can say, oh, Rex did a video on Litecoin, so he must have some Litecoin somewhere. So, yeah. Thank you, Barbara. I put my private key in my will. It is in a safe, and my family knows how to access the accounts. Perfect. That's perfect, Barbara. Right? And, a lot of people really don't know how to use crypto, so telling someone, hey, the private key's in the safe or whatever, they're like, whoa, okay. They're really probably not going to do it until, you've passed on, and then you say, look, I really wanted, my grandchildren to have this crypto, and so they'll do what they need to do to get access to it, right? Get the instructions or whatever. Or come watch my videos. Passing on crypto does not have a clear answer for all right now, right? Yeah, because it's, the government treats it like stock or whatever, if it was like a bank account or whatever, those have pretty clear rules, right? Money in a bank account has to go somewhere when someone passes. And so, like, the government or the banks are going to go, whose money is this? Who does it belong to now? So, but crypto's different, right? It's self-custody. So there's no clear-cut rules on how that works and what the taxes are on that, You know, I'm sure there's some inheritance tax involved, right? So it may be a kind of a stickler thing where the government would say, oh, we got to pay the taxes on, you know, it's 2 Bitcoin, it's worth 60 grand or whatever it's worth. You got to pay the taxes before we'll give you the access to the Bitcoin or whatever, you know. They might try to get involved, but you're right. There's no clear-cut rules on how Bitcoin gets passed down. What is the difference between Segwit and native Segwit? I think we talked about this earlier. Segwit is an older format. The address format is different. Native Segwit is the newer format. The address format is different, right? We talked about this before. Native Segwit addresses usually start with a BC1, right? The native Segwit format is newer, faster, lower fees, right? If you're like still want to know more, then, you know, Google it. What is the difference between Segwit and native Segwit? Oh, look, there's an article. It's going to go into excruciating detail. It's also Ledger, by the way. So if you want to know more about what the difference is, you might want to just spend some time and read this article. But I gave you the, you know, the lowdown. I don't know what happened to Michael, who had thought that he had lost his Bitcoin earlier. So he dropped that comment. So I don't know if he's going to come back. I don't know. All right, let's check. Oh, and I also wanted to show you as well, Ledger Live can manage more than one device. So let's connect. Yeah, let's connect a different device. I'm going to connect my Ledger Nano S. And he's here. I don't know if this cable's going to reach over to my camera very well or not, but we'll do our best. I don't think it will. Let's try. Oh, it does. Okay. All right. So, well, this is not the one I'm thinking of, apparently. Oh, no, that's right. It's not. I don't know where the other one is. Hang on. Let me see if I can figure it out. I thought it was right over there. Oh, well, there goes $900,000 worth of a crypto. Just kidding. I can't find it. Doggone it. I don't know where it is right now. I'm probably looking right at it. I don't see it. That's weird. Oh well, I put it somewhere. Let's check here. Oh well, I can't do that tonight. I'll find it right after I go offline, I'm sure. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to kill myself looking for it. Is it here? It's right here. Okay. It's right where I left it. Okay. So let's go ahead. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So I'm going to connect this ledger. Right? Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. It wants me to enter the PIN. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm screwing it up. Doggone it. All right, let's see if I can get this straight here. Okay. take the long way home. Okay, so I have this thing attached. And there's no Bitcoin app on here. All right, so now that I've attached a different device, I can go into Manager, and Manager will connect to, oops, I got to disconnect this guy. All right, what's Manager going to do? Is it going to understand what I'm doing here? Okay. Connect and unlock the device. Let's try again. Please don't make me connect and reconnect again. Doggone it. Took me so long to enter that pin. I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. Okay. If I just do it right the first time, then I won't have to worry about it. All right. Okay. All right. I got it. All right. Now, is it going to recognize this thing or not? Okay. There we go. So this is Allow Ledger Manager. So I think I hit both buttons for this one. Okay. All right. Now it's going to scan this device, and it says, "Oh, look, you got these on there." Let's see. What am I going to take off? I'm going to take off Binance Chain. All right, so let's go over here to Binance Chain. Let's delete it. I need to make room for the Bitcoin app. This was the main disadvantage of the, I'm not going to update right now. Let's just add Bitcoin. All right. This was the main disadvantage of the Ledger Nano S, is that it only has room for a limited amount of apps. So if you want to manage more than that, you've got to shuffle them on and off. Right? You got to delete and add and delete and add. You don't, like we mentioned earlier, it does not destroy the wallets, or it does temporarily when we delete wallets. But now let's go back to accounts. Let's add an account. Let's add a Bitcoin account. Now it's going to scan this device. Notice that we're in the same copy of Ledger Live. Let's hit both buttons here to open the Bitcoin app. We're using the same copy of Ledger Live to manage a different device. All right. So it's going to dutifully scan whatever device I have connected when I choose Add Account. All right. There's a bunch on here. I believe there's one that has some Bitcoin in it, if I'm not mistaken. Not a lot, but enough to, you know, let's just add the account to Ledger Live. I don't think it's that one. That one's a little low. That's like less than $20. Is it? Where is it? I thought there was one in here that had a reasonable amount of Bitcoin, like $20 worth of Bitcoin. There it is. Okay. Oh, right. Actually, all of these are pretty old. I guess this one, 0.00, this is 0.002. Well, let's add them both, right? So we got this guy, we got this guy. Now, should I just leave them at Bitcoin 1 and 2? I can, but it would be much better if I went Ledger S. And Bitcoin, let's call this one Bitcoin 2 Ledger. The reason I'm doing that is so that I will remember that they're associated with this device. Ledger Live will not forget. So if I were to try to send Bitcoin out from either one of these wallets and I had the Ledger X attached, it would say, oops, something went wrong. You've either got the wrong device attached or you're trying to use a passphrase account, something like that, right? But this allows us to manage, see, it's $12 worth of Bitcoin and $4 worth of Bitcoin, not a big deal. But this This is how you manage multiple devices in the same copy of Ledger Live. People ask me this quite a bit, and that's it. That's how you do it. Pretty easy. I can send Bitcoin out from any of these accounts. I just have to have the proper device attached that created the account. That makes sense. Right? Let's play around with this Trezor. I wanted to show you. So how do you manage multiple Trezor accounts? Well, that's pretty easy, because if I launch Trezor Suite, it won't even launch until I have attached a device. Damn it. Yeah. They have a backspace key, but you can't backspace. If you try to backspace, it tells you failed. I have 16 more attempts. I guess that means I have 17 tries. So let's try again. Ugh, doggone it. Yeah, baby. I was using the edge of my thumb. Okay. Yeah, it's so weird. I don't get it. I didn't have any other tabs running. So let me just launch and relaunch. This happened to me several times. Okay, see, now it works, right? There's nothing in this wallet. Okay, now it's asking me to acknowledge that I have labeling enabled. I can do that. Sorry, it's not very clear. Oh, enable labeling, yes. Okay. All right, there we go. Now, there's nothing in this wallet, but there were some empty wallets that had some transaction histories. I just did a video. So now, how do I manage multiple devices? Well, I disconnect one device and attach the other. So disconnect this device. This thing goes away. And then I connect this other device. And yes, I'm going to have to enter that PIN again. Ooh, that was quick. I did that one really fast. See, now it's like still not. I'm going to have to relaunch. Right. That happened to me while I was recording the video on, I think it's going to ask me to enable labeling again. This is when you change the names of the accounts. And lo and behold, this Trezor has a different balance. Wow, where'd I get all that? Wow, that's pretty impressive. The reason it's showing that much is because there's also, if we go to the Ethereum wallet in tokens, there's some tokens in here, right? So Trezor can manage Bitcoin and Ethereum and ERC20 tokens. It doesn't have as many native currencies that are supported in its software, but there are a lot of wallets out there that support Trezor, like Dot. I think Dot supported Trezor. I know Monero supports Trezor. Cardano supports Trezor. So we can, Trezor is a very versatile wallet, but the Trezor suite has got a minimal support of coins, right? There's only about 6 or 7 coins it supports. But it's still a great wallet. I like it. Okay, funds are still there with a new... I've been waiting. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, someone's having some problems with their wallet. Ledger customer support is horrendous, as bad can be. I bought a Ledger Nano X from your link. The Ledger Nano X came with Bluetooth inoperative. Okay, so it doesn't work. Check if Bluetooth is disabled in the device. So if he loses the ledger piece of plastic, his 90K in coins is toast. No, I was only joking about that. No, because I have the recovery phrase stored in a safe place. So if I lose a device, I can restore with my recovery phrase. Now, if I lose the recovery phrase, then I've lost my 900K. By the way, I don't have 900K worth of crypto. If I did, I probably wouldn't be doing YouTube anymore. I'd be in Tahiti. If the COVID police would let me, but yeah. So yeah, if you lose a device, you restore from backup, right? So you write your backup phrase down, you keep it in a safe place, maybe multiple locations, right? One in a safe deposit box at the bank, one at your mom's house, one in your safe, so that if your crypto is safe, right? Your recovery phrase. It does not depend on this $100 piece of plastic, right? This is the operative device, but this device can always be replaced and restored with a recovery phrase. So, yes. Okay, so somebody got Bluetooth and it's inoperative. All right, I've been waiting for Ledger for 5 days, no response. I have received the settings. Have you reviewed the settings? If it's on, not pairing, blah, blah, blah. Where do you enter a recovery phrase? If you lose your Ledger. When you watch my video on recovery, but when you set up a brand new device, it gives you two options: set up as new or recover. Every wallet, that's the way it starts off. It asks you, do you wish to recover an existing wallet or do you wish to set up a new wallet? So you choose recover existing wallet and you break out that phrase that you have stored. Right? Why don't we do a little Bluetooth? Just go through the problem. Maybe it's not the device. Maybe there's just a glitch, that's something you overlooked. So let's go to the app. Let's see here. I'm trying to share my phone with you guys. I think it worked. Yeah. Oops. All right, so let's go to Ledger Live. All right, so I'm going to do a couple of things. First, I'll go to Manager. I'm going to delete this guy. If I can. I think I can. I guess not. All right, so I'm going to turn on my device. I need to enter the PIN. Let's do that. I don't know, I've probably entered PINs like 50 times tonight. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doo, doo-doo. Okay, there we go. Entered my PIN. Let's try this again. Retry. I'm going to tap my phone. Okay, it says allow Ledger Manager. All right, so what I wanted to do was just delete this thing so that you guys, so we could try again. How do I do that? Is there a way to do that? Jesus. Oh, settings? I don't know what that is. I'm trying to hit the three dots. It's not cooperating with me. See, it keeps going to this. Pooies. I don't know how I can do that, if it's even possible. I would think that it is. I thought they had like a forget device. Okay. I want to try to delete. I'm going to hold it. Aha, there. I just held it down for a minute. There we go. Remove device. There we go. That's what I want to do. Now I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to go to my phone. I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to go to Bluetooth, and I'm going to let my phone forget it too. This is important when you're troubleshooting. You may have set it up and then something happened and you like didn't connect right or whatever, and then it's still in your phone. So then Ledger doesn't see it when you try to add it again. It gets weird. So just forget it in your Bluetooth devices. All right. Now, let's go back to the app. Now it says, I'm going to try and see you can see it. Add new ledger. Looking for ledger. Okay, it sees it right away. Maybe that didn't happen to you, but maybe it's because you didn't delete it out of your phone already, right? So, but let's hit, we'll tap it. Now it should give me a code. There it is, right? There's my pairing code. So I just hit pair on my phone. And I need to confirm on the phone. Let me see. Confirm pairing. Oh, I hit both buttons here. There we go. That's what I have to do. So I hit both buttons to confirm pairing on the device, and then I tap the little button over there where it says confirm. And hopefully it's going to work. I thought that maybe I didn't hit that confirm pairing fast enough. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Doesn't look like it's going to do it. All right, let's try again. Let's go back. I'm going to try this one more time like that. See if it finds it. And this time it's not going to find it. So let's go back to our settings and let's forget it again. All right. Let's go back over here. Let's do add device. Looking for device is probably not going to do it now that I've screwed it up beyond repair. Let's turn the app off and back on again. Just reconnected. That's okay. Let's go to manager. Let's add new device. Oh, by the way, yeah, you'll see all these accounts are still there. Doesn't delete the accounts when I take the device off. All right, so let's hit add new ledger. Looking for devices. Probably not going to help me. It's gotten messed up. All right, let's turn the device off. Let's turn it off. I'm just going to hold the button in for a minute. Right. Oh, I mean, if you hold the button down for a minute, it usually will let you turn it off. Has to be the black button here. No? Okay. It used to if you held it down for a minute, but it doesn't. Okay, so you hold both buttons down for about 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Then you can go over to power off, turn it off. All right, let's empty that. Let's turn this device on again by holding down the black button for a minute. Okay, let's enter our PIN. Again, I'm entering another PIN. Again. All right, there we go. All right, let's launch Ledger Live again. Let's go to Manager. Let's add new Ledger Nano X. There, it sees it this time. All right, we should get a pairing. I'm going to confirm pairing by hitting both buttons. I'm going to hit pair here. And it worked. Okay, it says allow ledger manager. We'll hit both buttons. And pairing successful. Let's rename this guy. Let's call it Ledger Nano X. All right, and we'll hit confirm. All right, it should ask us to confirm on the device. Let's hit both buttons. Or we just advance over to allow. Let's hit both buttons. And now it's been renamed. Let's hit continue. That failed. Unbelievable. Oh, you're kidding me. Come on. Don't be like that. Okay. Actually, I think it's there, right? All right, so let's generate a receiving address just to make sure. Let's hit Bitcoin. Bitcoin H phone. What the heck? Okay. Let's hit receive. Where's receive? Doggone it. Why is receive over in triple dots? God only knows. Let's choose Ledger Nano X. It says open Bitcoin app. Yeah, it's working. Right? Or I thought it was working. Maybe it's not. Verify address on device, but it's still not showing the device. Oh, okay, let's hit continue. There it is. All right, so it is working. There was just that that momentary, hiccup where it said that it wasn't connected when it was, right? It was a false negative. Positive falsity. All right, there. So we got the address. So it's working, right? All right. So those are my troubleshooting steps to seeing if you can get your Bluetooth working. Okay. Finger in my wound. Need to learn Ledger. I wouldn't put a finger in your wound, would I? I was just showing you the troubleshooting steps to getting this darn thing connected. It can be a little flaky sometimes. It's a gadget, just like anything else. You should have seen me trying to get my my Echo car, my Echo Auto sync to my phone. That was a hassle. I was in there for like a half an hour, like disconnecting, reconnecting, turning the phone, deleting the app, adding them back, till finally, I got the phone. And then sometimes the Echo Auto doesn't work right. Like you get in the car and you start moving, and then you say, Echo, play some music, and it's like, trying to connect to the network. See, I got echoes all around me. Echo, stop. But like you're in the car and it won't connect, you have to like pull over, turn the car off, and then I have to open the door to reset the electronics, right? Because the radio keeps playing. And then I can like disconnect, reconnect, and like connect my phone to everything. Because like the Echo won't... Shut up. It won't do anything while the car's moving, right? Because they don't want you like fool around with it while the car's moving. Anyway, that Ledger was nothing compared to that Echo Auto, Alexa Auto, whatever. Okay, so where are we now? It's only 7:30. We got plenty of time. What was I going to do? I was going to buy some stuff. I was thinking of buying some stuff. The beauty of self-custody. Finger in my wound. I was wondering how to buy airdrops. Airdrops are free. You can sign up for airdrops. There's lots of different types of airdrops. It just depends. A lot of times, if you're using a particular wallet or you're using a particular exchange or something, like Uniswap, when Uniswap dropped their Uni tokens, they dropped them to people who had previously used the Uniswap interface to trade on a particular wallet. So if you went to that wallet address in MetaMask or whatever, and you had logged into Uniswap and made some trades, there was some Uniswap there. And there are others a little more difficult to claim, like the Miri token was, you had to do some stuff and just prove that you had certain coins in your wallet at a certain time, that sort of thing, to get airdrops. But you can Google airdrops, like how do I get airdrops? There's a lot, but you have to be careful. Because there's a lot of scams out there. That's not an airdrop. Crypto. Some rules of thumb is, here we go. Here, how to get crypto airdrops. Don't ever pay for an airdrop, right? There's a lot of, like, when new coins get started, sometimes they'll have like a IDO or IPO or ICO or whatever the hell you want to call them, where you have to contribute and your coins are going to be locked for a certain amount of time and then you'll get them. That's not technically really an airdrop. But sometimes they call them airdrops. And then there are a lot of worthless airdrops that you get. I'll show you one. I get these all the time. I have one of my wallets connected to CoinTracker. So I get like these really cryptic messages from CoinTracker. See if I can find one for you guys. Oh, yeah, it would be in this. I just want to show you what they look like. Good Lord. I thought this happened today. Didn't I see it this morning? Okay. Alright, let's search for CoinTracker. CoinTracker. Is it just me? Ah, here's a good one. Here's a good one. These are like airdrops, and this one is legit, right, from Kraken. But these airdrops of these weirdo coins that are coming into these wallets that I've set up, I can't even see them in the wallet. They're so, like, worthless, right? I can't even find these tokens on CoinGecko or on the Binance Smart Chain Explorer or anything, right? But for some reason, CoinTracker sees them. Whoops. So they're basically worthless, but they're just coming into the wallet because the wallet's there, I guess, or maybe because I've traded it in PancakeSwap or whatever. I don't know, but these are like worthless, right? So airdrops are kind of like junk mail sometimes. I don't know that I've ever received an airdrop, like an unsolicited airdrop that turned out to be worth something. I don't remember. I think live peer. I think somehow I got airdropped some live peer that I wasn't aware of, and it's worth something. It's not worth a lot, but it's worth something. I hate MetaMask so much I never use it. It's not counterintuitive, or it is counterintuitive. I mastered Trust. Trust Wallet works pretty good. I had some problems trying to use DEXs with Trust Wallet because of the phone had to be connected, and I don't know, if you switched apps or whatever, you would lose the connection, that kind of stuff. I just prefer working in MetaMask. It seems to work okay. Does Trust Wallet work with a hardware wallet like pairing with MetaMask? It doesn't pair with MetaMask, but you can use it in for example, if we go to PancakeSwap. Oh, it's asking me to connect. So let's say, does this connect? See, there's a lot of wallets that you can use with PancakeSwap. So let's try Trust Wallet. Let's see. Let me see what I got here. I think this wallet at one point. Okay. So I'm going to show you this wallet again. I'm going to show you one of my wallets. Let's put it over here. I can't see it, but you can. And let's choose Trust Wallet. I'm in Matic. Okay, it wants me to switch to... okay. What the heck is that? Oh, okay. Let's cancel all this crap out. Why is MetaMask even popping up? That's my question. Oh, for Pete's sake. Let's reject. Let's cancel. Okay. Whew. Wow, that was crazy. Let's try this again. Oops. Log out. Okay, log out. Okay, now let's try Unlock Wallet again. And this time we'll try Trust Wallet. And Trust Wallet is not responding for me. I don't know what the problem is with Trust. Maybe I'm not doing it in the right order. Thank you. I was trying to get XRP baby. I heard they add coins to your XRP. Rex doing how with recommending it 2 different things. Yeah, I'm yeah. A lot of I say at the top I'm not giving investment advice. I'm just showing you how to do certain things. I'm not recommending that you go out and do them. I think I had someone criticize one of my videos about, oh yeah, I did a video on using the Dino swap exchange, and I did it because it was hot, right? It was just started. There was really good return on it and everything, and somebody made a comment. They're like, oh, I'm really alarmed that you didn't do your due diligence and explain the risk reward and all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not forcing you to do this. I'm just showing you how. I didn't mean to be snippety with the guy or anything at all, but he just said, "Ooh, I'm alarmed." I'm like, "Well, I didn't mean to alarm you. I'm just do how to. I'm not recommending that you do anything. I'm just showing you how if you're interested. If you're not, then don't do it." Yeah, I don't know. I've had a lot of people warn me, "Oh, don't, you're giving it financial advice." I don't mean to. Anyway, I can't seem to connect to Trust Wallet from here. I don't know why. It keeps reconnecting to my MetaMask for some bizarre reason. But the other one that you can do is, where is it? You used to have Wallet Connect. Right? So if I do Wallet Connect, I can connect, right? So I go to settings. No. I go down to settings and I hit this Wallet Connect. If you can see that, because I can't. All right, so I hit Wallet Connect. And then I say I want to make a new connection. And then I scan that thing. That crazy thing right there. All right, and then I connect to PancakeSwap. And it's all well and good. And it sees that there's a balance of BNB. Yeah, I think this is the wallet that we're connected to. And then I can trade, right? So, I don't know, does Venus have anything? There's not much Venus in here, but we could try to buy some more BNB. All right, so I have to approve that. Now, it should pop up on my wallet, my phone, when I do this, but it's not. So yeah, I get confused, and the phone doesn't work, connect right. A lot of people, when I'm doing my MetaMask stuff, will go, "Oh, Trust Wallet's so much easier." I find it difficult to use. And I'm juggling 2 devices. I got my phone in my hand and I'm in front of my computer. It's just kind of a hassle. Although I think at one point I was able to connect to PancakeSwap from my phone using Trust Wallet, I think. I seem to remember doing some. Oh, I think it was Uniswap. I was able to use my phone to connect to Uniswap a while back, but it didn't work. I mean, it worked. I was able to do it. We were on vacation or something. But my go-to is more using MetaMask, right? So, like, switch back over to like this guy, right? And then it's connected. And then my balance should change now. Or should it? Yeah, see, it's still... I think I need to log out from this one. And then when I connect with MetaMask, then it connects, right? That works. Okay, Cody just posted a suggestion that YouTube flagged, but I'm just going to allow it. He's just giving you a recommendation to go to someone else's YouTube channel. That's fine. Oh, yeah. Imagine being me trying to go through all my wallets. It was a hassle. Doing my taxes was downright painful, and I'm not done yet. I still have to do 2020. I did 2019 like last week, and it was horrible. I thought that CoinTracker was going to make things easier, and it does. I can only imagine what it would have been without CoinTracker. But like when I went to do my taxes in CoinTracker, all of my wallets, it said there were like 50 transactions that needed to be reviewed. So I had to go through and like review them all and like explain to CoinTracker what was going on. It was a real pain. It took me hours. And then 2020 is even more. It was like there's like hundreds that need to be reviewed. So, and that's with connecting all my wallets to CoinTracker. So, yeah, I can only imagine my next of kin. So you do have Trust Wallet, but you're using Trezor with MetaMask, which works. Trying to use a few wallets for mobile. I'm thinking using Ledger. They have a mobile app. They do. You saw me doing that earlier. Thanks for hitting the like button, all you guys. Right. Let's see. I was thinking of buying some stuff, so let's see what we got over here. I want to see if Coinbase has this coin I'm looking for. Oops, I was signed out. They signed me out. Let's get back into Coinbase. All right. Actually, I don't think Coinbase has it, but Coinbase Pro does. Let me see if I can figure this one out. Whenever I scale my screen, my browser what do they call this? Whatever it is, the browser menu bar like spills off the side of the screen. All right, so what I wanted to see was if they had, I don't know, Solana. Okay, so they do. Okay. So in order to buy Solana, I need something in the account. Let's see. What do we got? All right, so what do we do with that Bitcoin? Oh, we moved it out. Okay. All right, so let's go back over to Coinbase. Let's do a turn this off. There we go. Let's hit deposit. Let's deposit that US dollar coin from Coinbase, right? So choose Coinbase. Max, there was 36 US dollar coin. Let's just hit deposit. That just moves it from Coinbase into Coinbase Pro. Doesn't cost me a thing to do that. Let's move that Ethereum too, while we're at it, from Coinbase. There, you notice there was some Ethereum over there in Coinbase. Let's just move it all into our Coinbase Pro account. I don't know that Solana is on Coinbase. It may have been, but let's just do it this way. So what are our trading pairs? We've got Solana and... Okay, so it's got to be US dollar or Bitcoin. So that's kind of a hassle. USDC and Bitcoin. All right. So we're going to buy some Bitcoin with our US dollar coin, $36 worth of Bitcoin. Let's buy it. All right. And then let's do ETH to Bitcoin. ETH to BTC. All right. So we're going to buy BTC with our Ethereum. That didn't have enough. Okay. It's not enough. Huh? What? Wait a minute. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm not buying enough Bitcoin. That's what it is. Okay. All right. That seems odd. I thought there was more. Maybe it was, I thought it was only 50. That seemed weird that I was able to buy. Okay. Whatever. Oh, okay. That was kind of weird. All right, so I have Ether and Bitcoin. God, I can't believe that I can't. I have $46 worth of Bitcoin. So why couldn't I do that? That seems weird. Was I doing it the opposite? Let's go BTC ETH. BTC ETH. I don't want to sell. Okay, so no, that's not what I want to do either. That's so weird. I want to buy BTC. I want to buy the max amount of BTC I can buy with my ETH, right? It's not. All right, whatever. It's not going to happen. Okay, but what I wanted to do was buy some Sol with a BTC, which I maybe can do that. Let's find out. Let's buy. Apparently not. Apparently that's not enough Sol. Doggone it. Come on, Rex. All right, let's try that. There we go. Now, let's see. Can we buy Sol? I did it. Oh my God, I can't believe it. All right. I have Solana. Yay. All right, so let's, I want to show you how the Solana wallet works. I don't want to get these things confused. Let's connect our ledger device. I'm going to enter my PIN, hopefully for the last time tonight. All right. Now we need to move into the Solana app. I see it. There it is. Let's go into the Solana app. And I think that's really the only time we're going to need that, right? So let's go over to, whoops. This is called the Solflare wallet, right? So I'm gonna access my wallet. Maybe I'll turn this camera on. No, I'm not gonna. Let's say access wallet. I'm gonna choose ledger, and then I'll choose access wallet again. I'll set the derivation path to recommended. I'm gonna select the root account. We'll hit access. Is it gonna work or not? I don't know. Oh, it's okay. There we go. It wants me to do something, right? It wants me to export the public key. So I'll just advance over to approve. And there it goes. There's my Solana. Hooray, hooray. Here's my Solana address. We'll copy that to our clipboard. Let's go back over to Coinbase Pro. Can I withdraw this or not? I don't know. I probably should buy some more, but I'm not going to because they make you wait when you buy it on Coinbase Pro. They make you wait like 6-7 days or whatever. All right, so let's withdraw Solana to a crypto address. I'm going to enter the Solana address here. I'm going to use this address. Let's do the max, which is 1 Solana. Let's withdraw. It has to be 1.12. Doggone it. Couldn't do it. Damn. Epic fail. What happens? You'll buy some more at some point. But I'm not going to. Not right now. It's too late. But I tried, right? So it would have ended up in this wallet if I had been able to withdraw it. I just didn't have enough in there to do it. Scraping up spare change, trying to play around with crypto. Doesn't always work. I would usually like buy it outright, like $100 worth. That's a good question though. Do they even have it on this one? Let's see. Sol. How do you find out? Buy. Okay, here we go. Okay. Silly me. Let's just buy some, right? How much is this going to get me? 2. That's enough. Actually, I don't want to use that bank. Let's try a different one. Let's do this bank. Now let's try again. All right, so we'll buy now. Okay. Yeah. I should hear it on my phone. Okay, there. Oh, it says it's available. All right, good. Although the merchant fee was higher, right? All right, so let's go to Solana. Let's do send all, and we'll send it to our Solana wallet, right? We'll copy that into our clipboard. Let's put that in the to field. There we go. Let's hit continue. Let's hit send now. It's reversible, irreversible. And let's see. Here we go. 658152. Let's hit confirm. Okay. It says it went. So 2.62. This should go up shortly. It should be a couple minutes. Right? There it goes. It's 97 now. Yay! Solana. I was playing around with Solana earlier, this Saber thing where you can launch your app and you connect your wallet and you connect it to your ledger. But you have to be in the Solana app, which I thought I was. That's weird. It didn't work that time. But anyway, I had it earlier. But I couldn't figure out what to do from there. So I'll have to play around with this a little more. So then I was like, oh, wait a minute. Well, it won't let me trade Solana to buy anything else. For at least I couldn't figure that part out. So then I had to like figure out how to get US dollar coin from the Ethereum blockchain over to the Solana blockchain. And that's it got closer to time to do the live stream. So I'll have to do some more research on that. All right, so we did it. We bought some Solana on Coinbase, and we withdrew it to our Solana Soulflare wallet, which right now is a good wallet to hold your Solana, right? Offline, right? Connected to your ledger, where the private keys are held on your hardware device. I don't think they support Trezor, unfortunately. I didn't see that option. All right, that's cool. Well, that worked. Thank goodness. All right. Monthly close in 1 minute. What does that mean? What about Radium? I don't know. What about Radium? I don't have Radium. Using Ledger Live on 2 PCs is the question. Then how to? That's not a big deal. You remember earlier tonight when I deleted the Ledger Live preferences and had a blank Ledger Live, and then I just connected the device and started adding accounts? That's how you do it on a second computer. You just install Ledger Live on a second computer. It's going to have a blank Ledger Live on there. You go through the same steps I do. You don't say I'm starting fresh. You say I already have a recovery phrase, and then you add your accounts, right? We did that. I showed you how to do that. That we could just assume that this was the second computer, because now notice there that we don't have all of the accounts that I had on there before, do we? Right? So on the second computer, I don't necessarily have to manage all of the same accounts, but let's turn this off. Let's go back into our app data roaming folder, and let's delete this copy of the Ledger Live preferences. And let's take that other folder that we had earlier, this guy, it's hanging around on my desktop. Let's put that back in the roaming folder. There it goes. Now let's relaunch Ledger Live. And lo and behold, it's got all of the other accounts that I had on there before. You know, I just put the preferences back in there. You could even put that folder on a flash drive and install Ledger Live on your other computer, and then drop that folder into your app data roaming folder, and then everything would be synced up. You just use the same device that you had. Oh, brisket. I won't buy my brisket at 7-Eleven. You should not be buying sushi there. Maybe ramen. Make your own sushi. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about 7-Eleven. We'll buy sushi at the D&W grocery store, because they got somebody back there. I can see they're making it every day. But yeah, I don't know about 7-Eleven. God only knows where that sushi comes from. Yeah. So the folder that was in the app data roaming folder has all the account information for Ledger Live. All right, guys, it's 8. I'm going to go spend some time with my beautiful wife and children, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Let's take a look at where Bitcoin is as we speak. 41.6. So it had popped briefly over 42 earlier, and now it's back to 41.6. Not bad, considering. So I like the fact that it's managed to consolidate above 40 pretty well, right? It seems like it's safely above the 40 mark. And you'll notice that the other cryptos are sort of playing catch up. Ethereum is now at 25.42, at least on Coinbase. I'm sorry, on crypto.com. Oh, and I forgot to do crypto.com tonight. I didn't buy anything on crypto.com, unfortunately. I just had a quick mention of them, but sometimes I forget to do everything. Anyway, let's sign on out. I do this every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope